Hello YouTube, it's Teflon here with Last Planet Colony, and in this video today I'm going to show you guys how to use the auction house. I get this question quite a bit, and it's a very important tool in Entropia universe that you should know how to use, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the basic features. Right now I am on Arcadia, so the auction terminal is this purple computer thing. On Entropia, Calypso, and Next Island, if I remember correctly, they all have people that are auctioneers, and Arcadia and Cyrene are the only planets that have sort of a auction terminal. So what you want to do is either double click or right click and click on operate the terminal or the auctioneer, and then you will get this window that pops up. This is basically the auction house. You can, if you're looking for a specific item and you know the name of that item, you can go ahead and type that in. Let's say I was looking for a Herman, ASI series gun, and there they go, they pop up. Let's say I didn't know what the gun was, let's just say I knew it was a Herman gun or something like, let's just say I knew the gun started with an H and an E and an R, then anything that has an H, E, and an R in it will pop up, or an E, R, whatever, or Kara book or whatever. See, anything that has sort of like the keyword of what you want will pop up. You can, when you're in the auction house, you can base it off of different things. You can base it off the quantity of the item. So let's say I was buying welding wire, and I wanted the most quantity, so right here is the highest quantity. Or let's say I was looking at armor and I wanted to get the lowest TT valued one, or if I'm looking at a limited weapon. Same thing with bid. If I wanted something that had the lowest bid value, you can judge it off of markup, the markup value of items, and the buyout. Usually when you're buying something, let's just say the keys for instance, you want something that has the lowest markup. So if I'm going to buy a key 1, I want the one that has the lowest markup. So I just go ahead and get the one with the lowest markup. You can also look things up on the highest amount of bids that they have. 9 bids. The time that's left on them. You can see here it's organized in days, hours, and minutes. You can go ahead and go to your 1 tab. Let's say you bid on something. You win the auction, you go to your 1 tab, things that you are selling on the auction, which I will show you there in a minute, things that you are bidding on. You can categorize things, so let's say you're just looking at armor. You click on the armor tab and you can look through different sets of armor. You can base it off of markup, like let's say I just wanted a high-end armor that has low markup. You just go here, click on it, can look at the stats, look at the armor, and see if you want it or not. You can click over here on the item and go ahead and see the market value of the item. You can organize things off of whether you want something that only has a buyout only, or by gender, by whether it's limited or unlimited, or you can just click on both. And you can also see other planets auctions, which I will go over in a second. So you basically, let's say you're looking for weapons and you want a ranged weapon, and then you want a rifle and BLP. So you can go into extreme detail on what you want by still having an assorted amount of items that you can look at. So you can sort of go into the fine detail of things. Now I'm going to show you guys selling. Right now I have approximately 267 muscle oil that I'm going to go ahead and put up on the auction. Most of you guys would probably TT something like this because of the low amount of PED value or the low markup that it has, which isn't always the best idea. You can always get, if you don't have a high stacks amount, or if you do but you want to get the most markup out of it at times, you can just go ahead and put it in stacks of 8 PED, 7 PED, 10 PED, 20 PED or whatever, and go ahead and put it on the auction, and then just put it 1 PED more than what it that 1 PED more than what it is, and in most cases people will buy it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it for 7 days. I want a buyout, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a buyout. You put your opening bid and then your buyout price. So there's basically, this just tells you that there's an auction fee, and that if it doesn't sell, you won't get your auction fee back. Now if I go to my offers, I can see my offers right here on this planet. It was created, well, right now obviously, and how much time is left on it. Now let's say let's say I'm on Planet Arcadia, but let's just say I wanted a Breer P4A. There's no Breer P4As, but I wanted to travel to another planet that had them. So I can click here. Entropia doesn't have it. Cyrene doesn't have it, but Calypso has them. So I can see that Calypso has Breer P4As, and that the lowest markup right now is 103.63%. If I wanted a full TT one, then I would need to pay 104.26. So if I wanted to see which one had the lowest TT value, because I can't afford 100 and 200 ped, but I can afford 80 ped on a gun. So I might pay a little bit more in markup, but I'm gonna be able to not really save ped, but I don't have to put as much ped out of pocket. So that's why some people will buy lower TT value guns and whatnot. So that is how you sell on the auction house and how you use the auction house. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will do my best to answer your questions. When the item is sold on the auction house, the ped will be immediately transferred onto your ped card, and you will get a notification in this box right over here saying that your item was sold and what the item was sold at, and if there's any commission, what the commission was. This is Teflon with Last Planet Colony. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like this video, and feel free to comment any questions, concerns, or video suggestions that you may have, and I will do my best to put the videos out and answer those questions. So this is Teflon. See you guys in the Entropia universe.